It's hard to not call this guy the greatest of all time.
He has the lowest selling pay-per-view in the history of the UFC.
You got Rockhold right now screaming, "I deserve this." You just got knocked out in the first round. You don't deserve anything. You got to come back and earn it.
Was this perhaps one of the highlights of your career?
This is literally the best night of my career ever.
Let's not forget that Ken Shamrock tried to sue us. That he said that his contract, Ken Shamrock owes me.
Kimbo Slice sucks.
Dana, just wondering, with yesterday you saying that the Bisping GSP fight had sailed, and today obviously that being switched.
That ship turned around and fucking sailed back.
George St. Pierre's back. Listen, nothing's going to go right today. I promise you that. Nothing is going right today.
My job is to win this fight, and win this fight I will. I will stop the takedowns. I will jab his face up. I will follow it up with the right hand.
I'm going to do the biggest fight as possible, and I want to make
What gives a fuck?
No one gives a fuck, George. Everybody, I'm sorry I'm late. Dana, my apologies. George, my apologies.
Everybody gives a fuck that you're late. Sit down.
I think Vegas got the best out of you, unfortunately.
Yeah, it doesn't matter because I'm going to get the fucking best out of you, so shut the fuck up.
Does anybody here think that Johnny Hendricks didn't win the fight? Nelson thinks George won? Did you see George get smashed and hurt in the first round? It's about damage.
Is this your lowest moment as president of UFC?
No doubt about it. Absolutely, 100%.
Some of these older guys, whether it be Dan Henderson, whose numbers piss everybody off for some reason, right? All the fighters are pissed off about Dan Henderson. Dan Henderson's been in this sport for 100 fucking years. I think that a fight between him and TJ Dillashaw would be something that people would actually be interested in.
Pound for pound best fighter in the world, and he strives to be better each time, and he gets better each time, literally destroying people.
What are his options right now? Is it take the fight?
Yeah, listen, the media claims he's the pound for pound best fighter in the world.
Right.
Already the pound for pound best fighter in the world.
I think Conor McGregor is the pound for pound best fighter. If you look at what that really means.
This kid could be considered the GOAT right now, and or to give Anderson Silva the true respect, you wait till he actually breaks the record, and it's hard to not call this guy the greatest of all time.
He has the lowest selling pay-per-view in the history of the UFC in the modern era.
The talk of the day today in mixed martial arts is Demetrius Johnson.
What the fuck is with this guy? Who is he?
He absolutely refuses to fight the guy. It's ridiculous.
To go back to the beginning of this, how I found out, Dana White wanted me to fight TJ Dillashaw.
What I get from these guys is, did you see what fucking Dan Henderson made? Dan Henderson sucks. There's no way Dan. This is the shit that I get with these guys. You know what I mean? I'm like, listen, if you can stick around as long as Dan Henderson has and fight the guys that Dan Henderson has, then maybe you'll be making Dan Henderson money too. Okay? Now, anybody that's going to bet on this fight is going to think, well, if Seth Petrozelli can get him to the ground, the fight's over. So I'm going to bet, take a chance that Seth's going to get him down and submit him. $175,000. And I'm coming for it, Ken. I'm coming for the fucking money, you piece of shit. You should have fucking stayed wherever you were. But you don't know the scumbag promoters behind the scenes went in and paid him to not go to the ground. They paid him to stand up. You know why? Because they thought that Kimbo Slice was going to viciously knock him out. But Kimbo Slice sucks.
And guess what? Fans want to see the guys that want to step up and go for it. These guys that are like, we're friends. People don't want to hear that. Good for you, you're friends. I want to know who's better. I think the Nevada State Athletic Commission is atrocious. I think the governor needs to step in immediately before these guys destroy the sport like they did boxing. Like I've said now for the last few months, this fucking guy can't fight, and he got knocked out in 13 seconds by a guy who didn't win the Ultimate Fighter and who didn't win fights in the UFC. The governor needs to step in and fix the incompetence that is happening in the state of Nevada that used to be the best commission in the world. They brought him up from the undercard to fight the main event guy and knocked him out in 13 seconds.
Demetrius Johnson put out a big statement a couple days ago.
Yep.
What was your response or reaction when you heard about that?
My guy Mick, who's one of our guys, has been handling that, and he said most of what he said was not true.
When I had conversation with Mick Maynard, who is in charge of the 125-pound division, he agreed with me. He goes, no, I totally agree with you, dude. I think TJ should come down.
My guy Mick, who's one of our guys, has been handling that, and he said most of what he said was not true. But when you sign a deal, you honor your deal. It's absolute 100% competence.
and it needs to stop. It needs to end. I'm fucking scared to come back here and do fights. I'm afraid of the state.
Do you find it tough to get out of bed and go work your hardest in the gym?
It's no point in that these days. Yeah, it's lack of motivation. There's no path to that. There's no light at the end of the tunnel. So what's the fucking point? It's becoming pretty ridiculous. I don't know. There's just no point. I mean, I don't understand it exactly, really, but I'm not going to go fight the best guys in the world. It's pretty ridiculous. Let's make a fight. At least put an interim title on the line or getting a title shot. I want my shot at the belt, and I'm not going to do it. I'm not just going to keep fighting these guys for nothing. There's no path to anything. So what's the fucking point? I mean, there's no point in staying in this division in this company. It's like, it's got to be right. The time's got to be right. We are the heart and soul of the division. Every single guy in the division really is. I'm not gonna do it. I mean, without a path, without a direction.
Get out of here. Everybody knows a lot of guys talking about deserve. Nobody deserves anything. You got to earn it here. You know what I mean? It's like these guys want to sit around. You got Rockhold right now screaming, "I deserve this." You just got knocked out in the first round. You don't deserve anything. You got to come back and earn it.
I don't need to fight. I'm building the house. I got other things going on right now.
Hey guys,
I love what you've done to the place. Look at this. But the good news is the boss wants to see you.
Oh good. Let's go see him then.
You didn't let me finish. Boss wants to see you dead.
Honestly, don't know what I'm going to do right now. I'm so upset I can't even tell you. I don't think I've ever been like this.
What would we be scared of? We work on the internet. What would we be scared of?
You're scared of the
people?
Of the people. You're absolutely afraid.
But based on what?
Of the people. Don't play games. You know you are.
This is my career.
Number one. Number two, the bottom line is Demetrius Johnson is in line right now. First of all, when he did his deal, he didn't want pay-per-view. Right. He didn't want pay-per-view. He wanted upfront money, no pay-per-view.
I've never got pay-per-view points, not once, We've asked for it, after I signed my new contract with the UFC, but they said no.
What the fuck? He wasn't very confident in his abilities to sell pay-per-views.
I think my shit would start to sell with the right marketing.
We went out and we made them a crazy offer to come into the UFC and prove that he was the best in the world. And they turned it down. Nobody in their right mind would have turned that deal down.
Believe me, I'll answer the questions of what a disgrace the main event was and what an embarrassment it is. I don't think I've ever been more embarrassed in the 10 years of being in this business.
It's about, listen, I don't know how that whole deal works. They say that Fedor is a partner in that whole thing. A partner in what? Fucking M1? What the hell's that doing? Burning money.
And it's the first time that I've ever walked out on a main event and given the belt to the guy's manager and told him to put it on him.
He's a partner in your burning money business? That's awesome.
You heard that he says he feels like you're bullying him in the media and you're not marketing him right.
We're not marketing him right. We built a TV show around him. The Ultimate Fighter was about what an incredible fighter he is. We put him on Fox many times. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it. We put him on Fox many times and tried to build him, and it is what it is. It's not me.
You are, and all the other guys that were standing here today are terrified of the internet. I'm not. I'm not afraid of the internet. It's a place where cowards live.
Never once did I threaten him to shut down the division. That's not. Did he say that?
It just showed me that that's okay. If this is your form of tactic of trying to call my bluff, or it's a tactic that you guys really want to do, close the fight with division, I said, fucking close it.
Yeah, that's not true. That's not what happened. I told him that we had been talking about shutting down the division for years. He knows that.
Forrest said that you brought him back into the cage. What did you say to him?
Is this live? Yeah, okay. I said, are you out of your mind? What are you doing?
I'd rather have somebody say, let's not buy the Anderson Silva fight tonight because he knocks people out in 2 minutes, other than he runs around like a jackass for 5 rounds,
I just grabbed him in the hallway back there, too. I just grabbed him and said,
you know, what is your point? And he said, I was upset and disappointed. I went out there and gave him an insane offer. Insane. And I'm so glad he didn't take it. I said, well, next time you're upset and disappointed about winning, do it in the back, okay? Stay in the octagon. It's like professional suicide. And become a free agent. But honor your deal. I have to honor all my deals. Imagine if I didn't honor a deal, you guys would be fucking all over me, man.